What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, my Habibis. Today's been a crazy day, honestly. First thing that happened today, it actually wasn't that crazy, but applying to more jobs today, and it's just more chaotic. You know, I've been applying to jobs in Philly and New York, and just thinking about going to New York makes me pretty anxious, but that's okay because honestly, it's something that I'd like to do. We'll talk about that later, though. Harry and Meghan of the royal family. Not anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Harry and Meghan, Markle, I don't know. Either you're talking about Harry's wife or you're talking about the head of Germany. You know, just a simple letter would change both of those positions, but we're talking about the royal family. They don't want to be a part of it anymore. And you know what? I feel like Harry was like way different than his brother because, first of all, he's not even like set to be king. So I don't understand why he would even want to be in the royal family. I know that sounds stupid, but like if you're just going to be the guy that's like, you know, the Robin to the Batman, it's like, you know, what's really the point of even doing all these gatherings and all this fancy schmancy stuff? I mean, I don't know. He wants to step down, and I feel like he's wanted to for a while. He was kind of always the one who like lived life on the edge anyway, you know, partied and didn't really care about his persona. And then Meghan came in, and I feel like Meghan was the one who, I wouldn't say convinced him, but she was the one who, she was like an outside third-party person who really took his advice for something that wasn't biased toward the royal family. Because just imagine this guy was talking about it with his friends, with his family, everybody that around him that would like for him to stay with the royal family. So their advice wasn't really like, yeah, just leave us, you know, because who would say that? But then a third-party outsider comes in, and she's not even British. She's Canadian, I think. So it's not even like, it's not that she doesn't glorify the royal family. She doesn't even have that kind of lifestyle in her blood. Because she's not from the UK. There is no royal family in Canada. You know, there is no glorification of a very rich, wealthy family. So she's kind of just like this girl who's from Canada, this suburban girl, and it's like, you know, you're put into this atmosphere, and then the guy you're married to is like, I want to leave, and to him it's so intense, right? Because all his life he's been surrounded by this intensity. So he's like, I want to leave, and she's probably like, you know, we could just go. I mean, I don't know why you're making a big deal out of it, but just leave. And then he's probably like, no, you don't understand. She's like, no, I mean, we could literally just leave. And then he was like, wait a minute, you're right. And then they just left. I feel like that's exactly how the conversation went. He was like extremely dramatic about it. And because she has no idea about the royal family, she's just like, dude, why are you crying? Just leave. And then they did. But you know what? I have to say, I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't really know that much about the royal family, but I do have to say that this is definitely a step forward in this whole royal family kind of like restriction, fancy schman. It's like they're stuck in the 1500s, dude. It's like, you see what they're wearing? They look like JFK and his wife. I mean, it looks absurd the way they live their life. They're just like sitting there with their tea. It's like none of you guys kick back, relax, drink a beer, and like watch Family Feud or something. You all live this life 24/7 of just standing there with your tea and your little sandwiches. Like, that's a little too posh for me, man. None of you guys go to a bar and watch a soccer game or something. I don't know. It's real weird to live that life constantly. I could tell you this much. I would love it for like 2 days, and I'd be like, wow, this is a glamorous life. After like 2 weeks, I'd be like, get me the hell out of here. I just want to eat a hot dog. I'm really sick of eating stuff I don't even know. I can't even name the stuff I'm eating. Speaking of the UK, Gibbs is a fighter who's fighting Jake Paul. They had a press conference, and honestly, I don't know why DAZN is giving the Paul brothers this big of a platform. I understand Eddie Hearn looking at the money. He even said it. He literally even said it. I don't even think he cares. He didn't really care that much about KSI and Logan Paul. Imagine how little he cares about Jake Paul and Gibbs. It's so obvious that this is done for the money. And Eddie Hearn even admitted last time with Logan Paul and KSI, he was like, I thought they were a joke, saw the check, and I was like, okay, I'm in. It's like, man, could you get any more blatant? Honestly, you know? He was like, then I saw the numbers, and I was like, oh my God, I have to get in here. It's like, how do you just flat out blatantly admit that you don't care about anything but the money when it comes to these YouTube fighters? And what's crazy is the press conference was so boring. Jake Paul's annoying. I'm sorry. I don't know any other word. I don't think he's rude. I don't think he's a sociopath or a psychopath or whatever. I honestly just think that he's extremely annoying. That's it. That's the only emotion that goes through my body when I look at Jake Paul. He annoys you. He's like, it's like one of those people that you go to a family gathering and all of them are nice. Some of them are a little intolerable. And then Jake Paul is that one kid who, for some odd reason, just trashes on you at family gatherings, all the kids your age. And all of you are like, what is wrong with this kid? But you don't really say anything because you're just like, I mean, we're all nice. This kid's rude, whatever. That's what I feel like Jake Paul is. I feel like Jake Paul's the guy that everybody thinks is annoying, but just lets it go because they really don't care enough to tell this kid to just shut up. And, man, I don't know. And Gibbs, I feel like Gibbs was just defending himself the whole time. Like Jake Paul would be like, you're weak. And then Gibbs would be like, I'm strong. It's like, that's it. There was nothing of substance. It was a quiet press conference. There was nobody there. Vidal was sitting next to Gibbs, and then Jake's trainer was sitting next to Jake. That's it. It was literally just two people here, and that there was nobody else. There wasn't that much ruckus. Jake looked like he just got done drinking like a 24-pack and beating his wife. Like, he looked like an alcoholic, and Gibbs looked like I don't even know what Gibbs looked like. The whole thing looked weird, and it was just Jake saying, hey, Gibbs, you suck, and then Gibbs just looking at him and saying, no, I don't. It was like 20 minutes of that. I don't even know who's going to win. I think that Gibbs is going to win, but also I feel like people underestimate Jake Paul. Dude, the kid is big. What is he, like 6 foot? I don't even know. His brother, Logan, is like 6'3". Yeah, Jake Paul's like 6 foot, and he's actually big, dude. The guy's husky. He's got a little bit of muscle. So, the power, the reach, the height advantage. Oh my God, Jake Paul's like 6 inches taller than Gibbs. Gibbs is short, real short, easily like 5'7". I don't know. I'm 5'9", and just the structure of Gibbs looks like a smaller guy. But anyway, Jake Paul looks like he has a size and reach advantage. I'm not gonna lie to you. And his head is significantly larger than Gibbs, but I think Gibbs has more skill, and he has more experience. He has 2 amateur fights. Jake Paul has 1 amateur fight, which was an undercard, which was against Deji, so I don't even know if I should count that as a fight. Honestly, I don't. I don't want to count that as a fight either. I mean, fighting Deji is probably like fighting a pillow. It's probably harder to fight a pillow. I'm not going to lie. I got my money on Gibbs, though. But I got my money on Gibbs, but I want to make it clear that I'm not going to underestimate Jake Paul. I want to make that clear. I don't think that it's going to be by a long shot and Jake Paul stands no chance. Like, no, I do. I actually think that Jake Paul stands a chance. I think that I think he does. But anyway. Next up is Pokemon. Pokemon. I pronounced it Pokemon my whole life. But Pokemon is coming back. New game, new features, new players. And they just announced it today. Nintendo just announced it today. And it's awesome. I'm so happy that Pokemon's still in business. I can't even believe that they're still releasing games like this. I think it's pretty cool. I still have the Game Boy SP. I'll put a picture of mine. Literally, I'll put a picture of my Game Boy up here with the Pokemon game right here. These are both mine, by the way. And I was just playing it the other day, which is crazy to think. It's Pokemon Silver. Yeah, I have Pokemon Silver, and it's just like so weird to see they're still making these games. It's still trending. I mean, that's how you know that these classic games are just not something to mess around with. Take this wire. It's annoying me. That's how you know that these classic games are just not something to mess around with. You can release however many games you want with all the greatest graphics in the world, but nothing compares to the classic games. Nothing. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, like, they've been releasing Mario for the last, like, 40 years, you know? It's like, how long do you think that Call of Duty is going to last? For Christ's sake, dude. Every time a new Call of Duty or Black Ops or whatever comes out, the fans get more and more disappointed. Every time Mario or Pokemon or something comes out, people get happier. It's like it's at a constant increase for like the last 30 years, dude. Crazy to think about that. How they're keeping up to date with modern technology with the oldest of games still grossing so much money. I remember the number one iPhone app for like 4 months this past summer was Mario Kart. How? That game is ages old. Like, nobody should be playing that. I mean, this game is like 30 years old. Everybody should look at this app and be like, oh my God, Mario Kart? Are you kidding me? I remember I used to play this when I was like a kid. But no, people are playing it, and they are playing it for a long time. Like, it was number one for like 4 months straight. You know, and they didn't really change anything or do anything. It was just classical Mario Kart. It was the Mario Kart that we grew up playing. Yet it's insanely popular. It's crazy. Anyway. Dude, I worked out today. You know what sucks about working out? The biggest thing that sucks about working out is that you, like, stop working out. Okay? No. You work out for, like, 3 months. All right? Let's say you're working out for 3 months and you're really, really going in. Like, just 3 months of you going hard. And all of a sudden, you stop for a month. It is so easy to lose everything. It is literally so easy to just lose everything when you work out. It takes me 3 months to lose like 20 pounds. November 10th is when I started my transformation of going from 207 pounds to 180. And I have 8 more pounds left. I have 8 more pounds left. It's been 2 months. What's today, just January 9th? Yeah, it's been exactly 2 months that I have 8 more pounds to go. If I stopped working out or dieting for 2 weeks, I would gain that weight back. I'm not even kidding. That is the worst thing about this whole process, is that, like, when I lose all the weight, I'll go down to 180. I'll be so happy. Everything will be so cool. And then all of a sudden, I could just stop dieting and working out for a couple weeks or a month or something, and I'll go back to like 197 or 198. It's like, man, yesterday I had a little bit of like a little cheat thing. I didn't really binge that much, but it was like 11 o'clock and I was eating, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but it's all right. Today I worked out and I bounced back. Give me a little bit of stories of that, though, of you guys, like, you know, messing up from time to time, just how frustrating it is that you mess up and then you're right back to 0.0, and then you have to, like, and you would think that, like, you gain like 10 more pounds in like 2 weeks, and you're like, oh, okay, this is just like water weight or something. But no, it's like legitimate weight. Now you have to like extend it by 3 months because you gained those 10 pounds again. It's like, it sucks, you know? That's why it's so tempting to eat. Then I remember how hard it is to do all of this again. And I'm like, no, okay, just no. All right. I have 8 more pounds to go, and then I'll lose the full 27 pounds, and I'm good to go. All right. Everybody leave me the hell alone. Thank you. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow my Twitter. Probably already posted in the beginning. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.